good. How are you?
Good.
What you doing?
I am packing snacks right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to drink coffee. I'm tired. So we are, it's not crazy early, but it's early enough. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting ready to head down to Albany.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. About a 3.5 hour drive ahead of us. Play practice round this afternoon. US Open qualifying tomorrow.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Good, excellent. I'm happy you're excited. I mean, I should definitely be excited.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, it'd be a problem if I wasn't excited.
Wow, Montreal. In the States?
They let us in, so that's a good start. Right? Things could have gone terribly wrong. So.
Stuck at the border.
Yeah, exactly. So let's be grateful for the little things like the fact that we are now in the States.
Subscribe to the channel.
A little status update on how the week went. So I took this week off from giving lessons just to play as much golf as I could, prepare, and rest. I haven't taken time off in a while, so the whole idea was just to practice and rest up, because I've got a big week this week. It didn't exactly go as planned. I've definitely played a bunch of golf, but I didn't expect to have to practice as much as I did. My driver has been a problem. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I must have hit easily over 500 or 600 drives. Just like indoors on TrackMan, trying to figure it out with unfortunately very little success. So I went and played 9 holes yesterday, and the first 4 that I hit were awful. And then finally on the 8th hole I hit a good one, on the 9th hole I hit a good one, and on the 9th green I went up to the guys I was playing with. I said, listen, I was only supposed to play 9. I'm going to come over to the 10th tee. If I hit another good drive, we're gonna shake hands and I'm walking off. Luckily, hit a good drive, shook everyone's hands, and called it a day. Managed to rest up a little bit yesterday, though I was still grinding last night to try and get last week's YouTube video out. So it's been a week. We'll see how the driver goes today. Everything's basically resting on that at the moment.
Oh, rocks.
Just like you.
I'm a rock? Oh, rocks. Oh my god, that was slow on that one. It's raining in the front, not raining on the side.
Pray for me, people. We made it.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. You excited?
I am excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get situated.
Merci.
Bonjour.
Bien été? Oui.
Oui. No.
think we hit a fairway. That's exciting.
Yay.
Very exciting.
Yay.
All right, so practice round is wrapped, went well. Really good conditions. Weather was not great today, unfortunately. Fun course, good layout. Greens are absolutely insane. This qualifying site basically is going to be a putting contest. Whoever can navigate these greens the best is going to get through tee to green. It's not super complicated. The good news is I drove the ball very well today. I think I only missed 3 fairways. That's very good for the confidence going into tomorrow. I really needed that. We're just leaving the course. Before getting to the hotel, we're gonna make a quick stop at Walmart just to get a couple supplies. That's it for now. I was living in Florida, had a buddy turn me onto these great value electrolyte packs of 10 for like $2.24 or $2.40. Can't get them in Canada, so I was very excited to come down here so I can restock. So I'm gonna get a bunch. I probably should have brought a basket with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Alright guys, we're back at the hotel. Went out, had a bite to eat earlier. Feeling pretty good, getting a little tired. Just doing some kind of last minute work on my setup with my putter. What I'm working on right now, I've got my little Vizio putting template out, 2 objects to give myself a channel to putt through. And I'm using my laser level basically so that when I set up over the putt, I don't like to get my eyes right over the ball, I like them just inside. So if I take my hat off here, you'll see I'll get the laser kind of on my eyebrows, not quite on the eyes. That tells me I'm in the right spot. And now when I put my putter down behind the ball, I want the laser line to disappear so that I know that I'm lined up properly. All right, once all that is set, just hit some putts. Start them pretty well online. I tend to set up with my putter a little bit shut, and then I end up fighting that in my stroke. Not something I want to be dealing with tomorrow. Those greens are slick and they break a ton. So start line and pace control are going to be extremely important tomorrow. That's going to be about it for today. Do a little bit of stretching, foam roll a little bit, make sure my body's ready to go tomorrow. That's it. We'll see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Alright guys, so Monday morning, May 13th, US Open local qualifying day. Just at the hotel, getting ready to go, getting the body warm. So far so good, though we did just receive notice of a 30-minute fog delay. So that buys me a little extra time here just to chill out and get ready. Didn't have the greatest night's sleep last night, to be honest. Don't think it really had anything to do with today. I'm gonna get back to getting ready to go. Catch up with you guys in a bit. Alright, we are making our way to breakfast and then the golf course. Probably a little more awake now than I was when I spoke with you guys earlier. There was an additional 30-minute delay, so our tee time moved from 10:40 to 11:30. Beautiful sunny day right now. Today I am focusing on going out and enjoying this experience. Feeling very grateful to be in this position, and I just want to go out and have fun. And I feel like if I'm out there enjoying myself, good results will probably follow. Having fun in tournaments is something that I have struggled with over the past couple of years, and I really want to change that today. Next time you see me, we'll be at the golf course warming up. Kevin, nice to meet you.
5 qualifying spots, 2 alternates. Now on the tee from Montreal, Canada, James Cullen Davis.
And here we go. First hole, par 4. I believe it's just over 400 yards. Hard dog leg right, goes way downhill. So I was hitting 3 wood, just wanted to catch the slope. Hit it great, put it right down to the bottom of the hill, middle of the fairway. Got about 64 yards in here to a front flag, and I was really nervous over this shot, like uncomfortably nervous, but managed to pull myself together. Hit a nice little nippy low spinner in there, about 8 feet below the hole. I got an uphill birdie putt here on the first, and this is going to kind of set the tone for the day. I really thought this putt was going to be faster and was going to break right. It ended up being a little bit slower, and it broke left.
Oh.
Bit of a missed opportunity on one. Still very happy with how I played the hole. Nerves are feeling pretty good at this point. Second hole's an uphill par 4. Pretty long hole, playing into the wind. First driver of the day here, and I blast this one about 60 yards right, even though I felt like I'd made pretty good contact. You can see that wide right motion there. So, not the start I was looking for with the driver. I'm up here in the trees. I've got a pitch out sideways. Hit the shot I was looking for. It just kind of trundled through the fairway into the first cut on the other side. Now I've got about 130 yards up the hill. The ball's sitting down a little bit. I'm back uphill into the wind. I'm trying to flight down a gap wedge because I'm too worried that the pitching wedge is just going to get a bit of a flyer and go long. Made solid contact, hit a good shot, but didn't quite get it up as far as I wanted, and it went a little left, which left me with probably about 50 feet for par. And we're going to notice a trend here. Felt like I hit a good putt, felt like I hit my line. I felt like this was going to break right towards the front of the green. It broke left towards the slope that you can see behind the ball, so didn't really understand that. Left myself about 4.5 feet for bogey. Thankfully cleaned that up. So after the bad drive, not too much damage done. Third hole's a par 5. I believe it's about 530. So want to take advantage here. Again, blast it right. So driver has not showed up to play so far yet today. Find my ball, no issue. What we can't see in the video here is that I've got a whole bunch of twigs and branches around the ball. I can't move them because the ball might move. I just try to hit it anyway, can't really commit, end up just kind of like topping it out to the left. Again, runs through the fairway into the first cut on the left side. I've got 186 uphill into the wind. I have to hook it around some trees, so I hit a 7-iron, actually hit a great shot. Put it up just on the back fringe, and was tucked way back left. And I've got this look at birdie here, which was incredibly fast. You'll just see this ball just kind of roll downhill forever here, and unfortunately stopped just short of the hole. But considering the drive and the botched chip out, I'll take the tap in par and move on. Fourth hole's a 400-yard par 4, pretty straight away, a couple bunkers down the right side. I actually hit a better drive here. It did hang a little bit down the right, but it wasn't like massively wide right. Looking at it a little nervously because I'm not sure if I'm going to carry the bunkers. I did, just in the rough. Got 130 yards to a left flag, into the wind. Thought about hitting pitching wedge, but I thought I had a flyer lie, so I hit the gap wedge, and unfortunately it just didn't fly, though it was on a great line. Now this putt here, I'd hit in the practice round, and I found it to be very, very fast. And I don't know if I just scared myself, because I mean, I left this thing a good 5.5 feet short. That left me this pretty uncomfortable par putt, which I just lip out on the high side. Felt like I hit a good putt, just gave it a little bit too much respect on the break. Clean it up for my bogey, so now I'm 2 over through 4, though I don't feel like I'm playing that badly, even though the driver has not been very helpful. Par 3 fifth hole, there's 193 to a back left flag, playing 203 uphill. I'm hitting 6-iron because it's a little into the wind and off the left, and I just blocked the heck out of this 6-iron. Well hit, just well right of my target. So now I'm up on this slope, down slope, everything running away from me, green below me. I've got branches in my way, so I have to play this like flop shot out left of the flag. Actually very happy with the shot that I hit, considering the circumstances. All I was really trying to do was put the ball on the green and give myself a putt. Got this 25-footer for par. I believe it's going to turn left. It turns right. At least I had good pace though, but you can see here based on my body language and how I'm looking around, I am just so confused. Clean it up for bogey, 3 over par, moving on to the 6th hole. So 6 is a par 4, just over 400 yards. Had this one downwind and actually hit an absolute nuke here. So took it over the tree on the left side of the corner there, right in the middle of the fairway. I had 64 yards left into this green. So I'm thinking attack mode. I've got lob wedge out. I'm trying to hit like a high floaty spinner. Hit it well. I'm asking for it to spin. It does, and it 360 lip outs and comes back out the other side. And we'll see this here. A little slow-mo. The entire ball was in the hole, and it spat it back out. So that's unfortunate, but at least it stayed right next to the hole. That's an easy birdie. Feeling like I'm getting myself back on track here. Back to 2 over. 7's another par 4, just under 400 yards. This one was back into the wind. Hit another good drive here. Just pulled it a little bit down the left side, so I look at it anxiously because I'm not sure if it's going to hold the fairway or not, but I end up in pretty good shape down the left side. Good angle in. Unfortunately, as we'll see here, my ball was right up against the collar of the first cut, and because of that, even though I had a really good number, I just did not commit to this swing. Didn't get through it. Left the blade a little open. Leave it short right, just above the bunker, and I am not happy with myself. I've got this little chip and run here. Awkward situation. Ball's well above my feet. My right thumb is actually on the steel of the shaft. I do hit a really tasty little shot here, though. Put it to about 1.5 feet. At least I'm able to clean this up, make my par, and not drop a stroke after the good tee shot and giving myself a good little wedge in. We have a little intermission here, I guess we could call it. Roxanne enjoys filming wildlife, so we've got this groundhog going for a little stroll here. Hey, guy. 8th hole, par 5, long par 5, 580 yards. It was downwind, but we'll see later that there is water all around the green. So not one that I was planning on attacking in 2, so the fact that I bailed out into the right rough here really isn't that big of a deal, but that swing just felt absolutely terrible. You can see by the body language I'm getting a little down on that. So, right rough, I'm hitting 8-iron, just trying to give myself a good yardage in. I'd say at this point, this was the most solid swing of the day. And even though it's just a layup shot, I felt like I could build some confidence off of that. Anyways, here's that water I was talking about. I've left myself in a perfect spot. I've got 90 yards. It's a great number for a controlled lob wedge for me. I want to give myself a birdie look, and I completely quit on this swing and dump it in the water. So I am feeling very dejected at this point, but this was a wake-up call for me. I take my drop, I give myself the same number, and of course I don't quit on this one. Definitely not putting 2 in the water. I hit this one a little harder, ends up just on the back fringe, but it's dry. So, big downhill bogey putt, big left-right swing. Really good touch on this one. Just get it to creep down the hill. For a minute I thought this was going to drop, and it just kind of stopped short. But tap in for my double. Really unfortunate on the par 5, especially after I put myself in good shape. But like I said, there was a wake-up call there. From this point on, I am going to commit to my swings. A little more nature here. A nice little family of geese. Roxanne thoroughly enjoying this experience. On to the par 3 9th. So this is a tough hole. Very, very tough green. They'd moved the tees way up, as you can see. It was playing 130 yards to a tucked back right flag. Right is dead. Long is dead. Short doesn't leave you an easy putt. So I played it a little safe out to the left. A little too safe, to be honest. And then, again, completely misread this putt. Misread how much it was going to break, and misread just how downhill it was. So, again, body language tells the story. I've got about 9 feet uphill for par. Hit a great putt. Thought it was going to turn a little left. Didn't turn. That is going to be a 3-putt bogey to finish the front 9 at 5 over. Heading on to the 10th hole, I do not feel like I'm out of it at this point. I know I can string birdies back to back, and I figure something around even is going to get through. So hit a good drive on 10, a little bit of a pull cut down the left side of the fairway. Gave myself a great number to this flag. I had 93 yards into the wind, so I figure 100 yards with my sand wedge is the perfect shot. I hit that shot. It's all over the flagstick. I think I'm going to have a good birdie look, and I completely flew the green into the back bunker, which is absolutely where you do not want to be. So now, downhill, lie in the bunker, downwind, green sloping away from me. I am very, very happy with the execution of this shot. I did not actually think I was going to be able to leave the ball short, but put it to about 3.5 feet, and I'm able to clean that up for my par. I cannot afford to be dropping strokes at this point. I have to start making some birdies. 11's a par 5. Not the longest of holes. I mean, it's 550, but it was playing straight into the wind. Getting there in 2 was going to be tough. I did hit a pretty good drive, though. By no means the best drive of my life, but it's in the fairway. It's not 60 yards right. I've got 280 to the flag. I'm hitting 3-wood. I'm trying to get it up there, even though it's into the wind. So I'm hitting a draw around the corner. Hit it great. Overdrew just a touch. Caught a branch. Came straight down. By no means a bad shot, but I've got 60 yards here for my 3rd shot into this par 5. Good contact. Hit this one well. I just kind of floated it up there into the wind a little more. I wanted to drive this one a little bit lower, so slightly missed execution there, but I have given myself a birdie putt. I really want this to drop. I need to get things going. I read this breaking right. It breaks left. Yeah. Left myself a lot of work here for par. Luckily, bury the par, but I can't be affording to drop shots like I'd said on 10. I need to start converting some of these birdie putts here. 12's a par 3. It was playing 186, wind into, but mostly off the left. I hit a little chop down 7-iron here to a back right pin on a great line. Left it just below the flag, which is exactly where I needed to leave it because this green slopes severely from back to front. A little more Mother Nature here. A big turtle. You can actually see him in the background here. And there's this birdie look up the hill. Hit a great putt. Just didn't quite match up line and pace. But at least I kind of scared the hole on that one. Tap in for my par. Moving on to the 13th hole. A lot happens on this tee shot. I mean, the result ends up being okay, but you'll see my tempo's all over the place. I lose my balance. I knock the sunglasses off the back of my hat. It was just a bit of a mess. I mean, hit it out of the heel, pulled it down the left. It's in the rough, but I'm in play. I've got 106 yards here. Little downwind, little uphill to a back right flag. This flag was tucked. Had to be a little below this flag. Hit a really nice little controlled sandwich here, just shy of pin high, about 10 or 12 feet left. We got a bit of an uphill birdie look here, turning to the right. Good stroke, solid putt. Again, just a slight misread. At least it turned the way I thought it was going to go, but just a little too much pace for that line. I do manage to clean up for my par, and we're moving on to 14. Now, 14, probably the hardest par 4 on the course. Not the longest hole, but it is 444, and it's into the wind today. Hit this drive really well. In terms of contact, it was solid. It just faded a little bit too much on me. You can see me trying to get a look at where it's going to land. It's fine. It's over the bunker on the right corner. It's just in the right rough. Got 150 yards in, uphill, into the wind. I hit a controlled 9-iron, and again, this was one of the better shots I'd hit all day. Since that wake-up call on the 8th hole, I have been hitting the ball better. I have been hitting greens. I have been giving myself makeable birdie looks. And this here, about a 12-footer for birdie, slight underread. Just broke a little bit more off to the right than I expected, but easy par. But at this point, I feel like I'm running out of holes, as I'm still 5 over here with 4 holes or 5 holes to play. 15, par 4, dog legs right, gets pretty narrow. Again, solid strike. Ball goes a little bit too far right. I've got some branches here that I have to deal with, so I just punch a 7-iron under the branches. I'm trying to run it up towards the front of the green. Good shot, good execution. Finishes just in the rough, short of the green, but I'm in a pretty good spot considering where I was off the tee. Hit a good chip shot, just hit it a little too hard. I really didn't expect that chipping back up the hill, the ball was going to roll out as much as it did, so I somehow found the fastest uphill chip on the course. That is going to be promptly followed by the slowest downhill putt on the course. I expected this thing to race down to the hole, and I left it a good foot short. So, a little disappointed that I didn't get that one up and down. That was not a complicated save there. This is the first bogey on the back 9. That takes me to 6 over, and essentially I feel like I'm mathematically eliminated at this point. 16 is a really nice par 3. You can't see it from here, but you've got the water short right. You also have water left. So I'm hitting 9-iron here. I'm aiming at the left corner of that trap that we see at the back. Winds off the right, pins front left. I pulled this just a hair. Ended up in a great spot there. Thank you, Roxanne. That is why I aimed right. I aimed right in case I pulled a little bit, and I did. It worked out great. Now, this putt has to turn to my right. I mean, there's water on the right, the whole green slopes from my left to right, and it doesn't move an inch. And I just do not understand. So I've left myself more work for par than I want. I do make the par, no damage done. Moving on to 17. So 17, 390 yard par 4. Dog legs pretty hard left around the corner. I'm hitting 3-wood just because it's the club that makes the most sense for me here. It's easier for me to turn it over, and I hit an absolute beauty. This nice, slightly heavy draw around the corner, finishes on the right side of the fairway. I've got 128 downwind to a back flag, and I don't want to bring long into play, so I'm hitting sand wedge. And I get a little out of sequence, I hit it a little low on the face, and I fly the green. So even though I'd picked the club to take long out of play, I somehow brought long into play. And I'm way over the green here. Kind of dead, not a great lie. All I can do is just kind of pitch it up onto the green. Couldn't get too cute with that. I just wanted to make sure that I gave myself a putt. And I've given myself here about 13, 14 feet, I'd say. A little downhill, turning a little bit left to right, and I actually made a putt. And you can see there, I'm pretty pumped up that I finally made a putt. I mean, it took 17 holes, but we made one. So 18 here, finishing hole, 570 yard par 5. Goes straight out off the tee, and then a dog legs left and goes about 20 yards uphill. Again, I blast this drive to the right. Not ideal. I ended up hitting a provisional because I didn't know what was down there. But first one ended up being fine. I do have some tree trouble, however, and I'm not a great lie, so I'm just trying to gouge a 4-iron out of here, keep it under those branches, hit it up the left-hand side as far as I can. I mean, I had 300 yards in from there, so I just wanted to get this about 200 yards up the hill. I achieved that, gave myself about 100 yards in, and this, I would say, was the least committed swing since the 8th hole. Just wasn't too sure about what the wind was doing and how far I needed to hit it, and didn't commit. I've got probably about 30 feet for birdie here on 18. Hit a decent putt. Again, not a great read. Didn't quite get the pace down. Able to walk up, make sure I'm not stepping in my playing partner's line. Tap it in. That's a wrap on what was a pretty frustrating start to my 2024 competitive campaign. But
That goes both ways.
hey, it can only go up from here. Whew. Not sure where to begin. Well, first things first, I did have fun, which was the first goal for today. It was tough. I mean, it might not always look like I was having fun. There were definitely a lot of moments of frustration, but overall I enjoyed the experience. A couple things of note, my driver is not cured. That was a problem today. That makes me pretty nervous going into the Canadian Open regional qualifier tomorrow. Toying with the idea of just hitting 3-wood off the tee, but we'll see how I feel tomorrow. When I hit a good one, I feel like I'm aimed way down the right side, almost set up for a draw, and I'm still somehow managing to hit like a pull cut. So it's really, really hard to trust my alignment when I'm on the tee box, which then makes it hard to trust the swing and commit to it. As for the rest of my game, I mean, the front nine was pretty poor, and a lot of that was just mental. It showed, at least to me, that I hadn't played in a tournament since, October last year. I'm not sure how many months that is right now. The best way I can describe it was that I was playing scared. I was playing like I had something to lose, where really I had nothing to lose. So it was a little bit silly, and it was once I dropped my third shot on the par 5 8th into the water, it really kicked in that I was playing scared, because I didn't miss-hit that shot. I just quit on the swing, which is not something I'm used to doing. So that was disappointing, considering I hadn't hit a great drive. I'd hit a really good recovery shot. I put myself in a really good spot to give myself a look at birdie, and then I dump it in the water like 10 yards short on a 90-yard shot. So obviously a pretty frustrating moment. I didn't feel like I was out of it at that point, but after making double there and going to, I think I was 4 over, bogey 9, so finished the front at 5 over. I know I can string birdies back to back, but that kind of leads me to my next, or segues me into the next topic,
which is how much I struggled reading these greens. I mean, you guys will have seen it all day. I can't count the number of times. For example, I thought the putt was going to go left and it went right. It's just unbelievable and frustrating, because when I played the practice round yesterday, I didn't feel like I struggled reading the greens, so I don't know what happened today. Ball striking on the back nine was a little better. I mean, I started committing to my swings. I hit more solid shots. I still missed a couple, but that's fine. I was committed to them. But I didn't make a putt till the 17th hole. And I mean, you're never going to score that way. It's just impossible. So just have a bug fly up your nose. Lovely. Yeah. I wish you guys could have seen that. Anyways, disappointing day. Yeah. I'm in better spirits getting off the course having shot 78 than I would have been in the past. So I'm going to take that as a win. But I mean, I've got work to do. The game is not where it needs to be. Tournament golf will always kind of expose exactly where your game's at, and I felt very exposed out there today. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, which is frustrating, because I've been working really hard all winter to get ready for events like this. But short term for now, Roxanne and I have to jump in the car, hit the road, get back to Montreal, because I've got the Canadian Open Regional Qualifier tomorrow, and I've got a 9:10 tee time, and it's going to take us about 3.5 hours to get home. So if I want to get a half decent night's sleep, we're going to have to get going. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Always appreciate your support. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, like the video. I'll be back next week with the recap from the Canadian Open Regional. Cheers, guys. What's up, guys? This is the start of the RBC Canadian Open Regional Qualifier video.
Nice.